Entry Grade. You probably wouldn't think I'd be a fan, but this thing's mad easy to build and a lot of fun. So let's talk about a quick build. Kit takes 30 minutes to build. It's like 30-minute missions. So I think it took 32 minutes with all the weapons and everything done. And then I took a little rotating shot of it. And I did all that in 32 minutes. You're seeing it at 4 times the rate, so it's taking about 8 minutes in the video here. So, no polycaps, no detail, no stickers. That's how you make a really nice kit for only $7. Are you crazy? $7? $7. And it's not trash. So very surprising. They did a really good job with these ball joints and how they fit in. They're not too loose, at least not yet. They're holding in there. You can move them around a decent amount before they pop out. So really nice job. Really not too much different from a polycap. One thing I wish they had done was split that front side skirt. But what I love that they did was the color separation. You don't even see this color separation in a lot of high grade. That little V-fin in the crotch is a separate part that comes in from underneath into the red. Brilliant. How about the vents and the yellow collar all on one piece slides in? That's going to make it so easy when it's time to paint. And speaking of painting, this is a blank canvas for whatever you want to try. A $7 canvas. Probably better than messing with SDs in this case, because these are closer to the normal proportions you're used to working with. So even if you're just practicing on this and you want to build a master grade or a perfect grade, this is a great canvas to get some practice in. Myself personally, I'm going to try the cell shade technique on this. And speaking of that, techniques, we're going to use this for our next Gunpla potluck build off. So it'll be due end of January's potluck. So the New Year's potluck, first one. And give you guys plenty of time. That's like 3 months. So shouldn't be too many excuses. And I'm one of those people who makes excuses, so I can't say nothing. But we shouldn't have too many excuses. I expect to see some cool stuff done with these, because you're not wasting a lot of time building this. I doubt people are going to do too much in the way of kit bashing these, because it'll be a little harder to kit bash than most high grades because no polycaps. But what I want to see is those guys have been practicing scribing for a little bit. There's no lines on this. Do whatever you want. The guys have been doing candy coats. Candy coat it up. Great color separation. You'll be able to break this down on the sticks. Super easy. Marbling. You can do that too. You can turn this into a marble statue. Make it an all metal looking statue. Sky's the limit. So I just want to see some cool paint or some cool just techniques. This is a technique build. If you're super new to this, you probably don't want to get on the build, but definitely get you this kit because it's great to build. It's fun. If you have a friend who wants to get into the hobby, get them this kit. They will feel like they're Gundam Meisters. I think they're the best Gundam builder because they built this thing so quick and it looks good. Technically, you don't even need nippers. I found it a little sketchy when I got to some of the small parts that just be popping them out. Seemed a little scary for me. So I use nippers a lot in the build just because I'm used to it. It's just, I mean, why not? I'm used to it. Why snap it when I have it? But either way, cleanup on this is super simple. Those pieces are connected by very fine runners. So when you cut them off or you break them off, the cleanup area is super small. So it will make it really easy to get nice, clean finishes on there. As you see, when I built this, I did not go through and sand it. Definitely needs a little bit of sanding, but nothing like your typical high grade. And I'm just so amazed how they stack these parts. I've seen this a couple years ago. They did something where the crotch V-fin went through like that too. Really smart. Great articulation in the waist too, and the abs. impressive, Bandai. I haven't built their other ones, so they're doing stuff for My Hero Academia. They got stuff for Dragon Ball, Kamen Rider. So maybe when we get a Ultraman soon. But this platform is really good, and I hope we get a Zaku in this line. I hope we get a bunch of stuff in this line. I mean, this is, I don't want to build SD's kind of person. Starter kit. A lot of people, when they come in here and say, what should I build first? You know, I want to get into Gunpla, but I never build anything. Usually recommend them a SD or a high grade. But if it's their first kit and they've never touched a model, never picked up a knife, never done any of that stuff, a high grade, you're not going to get the best results out of it on the first one. You got stickers and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't have color separation. You get one of the older ones. So it can look pretty butt when it's done. This one comes out the box looking good. It's not going to have all that articulation. It's not going to have all that detail. But out the box, can't beat it. So rules for our build off, simple. Like always, just have fun and build. Like I said, technique on this one. You got a palette that is empty. Make it come alive. Make it exciting. Push your limits. Find a technique you want to try out. Practice on some spoons or whatever, and then bring it to this thing. If you mess it up, buy another one. It's only $7. So very low pressure. Sure, we'll have a little reward in there for you guys, whoever has the best one, but we'll see. Look at this articulation on a $7 kit. You can pull his shield across. His shield actually pegs in on the forearm and then goes into his hand too, but you can take that peg out the forearm to get a little more articulation in the way he holds it. Hands are super plain. You ain't getting no high grade hands here. They are plain. But look at that. Nice one knee down on the ground, one knee up kind of squat. Very classic. He's gonna hit a lot of poses.
Thanks for watching to the end. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Peace.